Oh my God, culés. How is everybody doing? Barça gets the W against Valladolid 2-1. What a freaking game. I thought I was going to make a historic video today. I'm not going to lie. In the first half, that was absolutely pathetic. Ansu Fati, absolutely pathetic. You want to talk Pau Victor, absolutely pathetic. Hector Four, pathetic. The whole entire freaking team. Gerard Martin, he gets the MVP. Are you freaking kidding me? He does get the assist. He does make a great diagonal cross. Amazing that Fermin ends up finishing up. But Fermin in the first half, absolutely pathetic. I couldn't even know you were there, bro. Gavi, absolutely pathetic. I could not believe that this Valladolid team was having their way with Barça, and especially in the 6th minute. Are you freaking kidding me? Should I start counting Inter Milan to just be ahead in the Champions League on Tuesday? Because this Barça team keeps conceding goals after goals after goal in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game. It's absolutely atrocious. It's absolutely pathetic. We cannot be in this team. We cannot be this bad. It's absolutely crazy that Barca keeps conceding in every single start of every single half, whether that's the beginning of the game or in halftime. That is just crazy. And this game left me with so many conclusions. I have so many conclusions after this game. It's not even funny. And the first conclusion that I want to give you guys is this: we need to build a statue at the new Camp Nou for Hansi Flick. We need to build a statue for Hansi Flick at the Camp Nou right now. The right now it's in construction. Well, we need to start making a statue, and I'm gonna tell you why. What Hansi Flick is doing in this Barcelona side this season, on his first season here, with only one player, which is Dani Olmo, it's absolutely insane, guys. Absolutely insane. With 13 players, 12 to 13 players. What he's doing with 12 to 13 players is absolutely unbelievable, because we do not have rotation players. We do not have people we can switch. We do not have people we can plug and play if we want to give Pedri Gonzalez some rest time, if we want to give Kunde, if we want to give Balde of the world, if we want to give even Rafinha. We cannot. We don't even have a sub for Rafinha, let alone Lamine Yamal. In that second half, Gerard Martin gets the man of the match. It's absolutely laughable. The real MVP of this game is Lamine Yamal. As soon as Lamine Yamal, because the player that was injured, Danny gets injured in the first half, right? So unfortunate for him. He was coming off injuries. He makes a debut, and then he gets injured again. So unfortunate. But then Lamine Yamal comes in. As soon as Lamine Yamal comes in, things are starting to change in the first half. We go to the end of the first half. We concede on an incredible, crazy deflection from Araujo. The same kind of deflection. That's two deflections from Araujo that ends up being goals now against Barcelona. It's so unfortunate because Araujo did have a good game, but it gets deflected. And what the hell is Ter Stegen doing? Absolutely pathetic. But you can't really blame it so much on him because, hell, he hasn't played for like a year. And it's absolutely crazy that all of a sudden he's gonna come in and just be great. And I thought he was actually pretty okay after that. But on that first goal from Valladolid, what the hell are you doing, bro? You're just literally just watching the ball go into the back of the net, and just pathetic all the way around. I should title my thumbnail "Pathetic Performance" because that's what we were. Pathetic FC in the first half. Absolutely unacceptable. But guess what? The second half came in, and I think what Hansi Flick started, even just with Raphinha and Lamine Yamal on the wings, it was a totally different game. It only took us like 10 minutes into the second half until Frankie De Jong, who's actually plays over Pedri, which was really interesting. In the first half, I thought Pedri came out. It's like, man, we really need to rest Pedri. Now we have to sub him out. Instead of subbing one of the scrubs, we have to sub Pedri out and put in Frankie de Jong, who actually looked really great. He's in form right now, guys. He's going to have a great game against Inter. He's in great form. Really effortless. Everything that he was doing on the field, the way he controlled everything and was timing everything, and the long passes to Raphinha were absolutely incredible. And then absolutely like Raphinha gets a rebound off a play from Gerard Martin, and he gets the rebound and just was able to just from the middle of the box, he was able to get a great shot. And the goalie, who was really unbelievable great, like every goalie, like Ferreira, every goalie against Barca is just absolutely insane, guys. And that was good that we got that goal. And then another play from De Jong, from the middle of the field, breaks a long pass to Gerard Martin, who makes a really low, amazing diagonal cross that Fermin was able to find. He wasn't having a great game. I kept saying, we need to sub Fermin Lopez for Dani Olmo. Fermin Lopez needs to come out. Dani Olmo needs to come in to break the backs of this low block. But then he proved me wrong, and I'm so glad he did, because it puts a banger. What a strike. Finally, Fermin Lopez can get a strike on goal. And what do you know? A goal. Like, all you have to do if you're Fermin Lopez, you have a great shot. Just take the shot on goal. You're going to make things so difficult for goalkeepers to stop you, bro. That's all you got to do. And he scores a banger. That's a 2-1 at 61 minutes in the span of 7 minutes. But Barcelona was down. To a team, Valladolid, who lost to Getafe 4-0, to Atletico Madrid 4-2, to Osasuna 3-2, to Real Betis 5-1. This team have given up 81 goals, and our second team could not beat this team. We had to put in all the good players to be able to get this W, because we needed these 3 points. We're not going to let Valladolid take points from us in La Liga. It's too important. But let's take a look at the lineup real quick. I'm not going to make a long video. I really promise I am not. But I do want to talk about the lineups real quick, because I think it's really important that we can talk about some of these guys. So Ter Stegen, I already talked about Ter Stegen, and I said what I said. Ter Stegen was not great. I mean, he was okay throughout the game, but that first goal, man, you cannot allow that. That was a deflection, but it was going really slow. You could have done something there. And he didn't do that. Absolutely terrible for me. He got a 7.0. That's accurate, because he did have a couple of plays where he actually played pretty good, but nothing of note. That I'm just gonna be honest with you. So I guess Hector Ford, to me, had an absolutely terrible game. I thought Morro was having his way with him. I thought every time he had a chance, he was taking him to school. He was leaving him on the ground, or he was making something happen. And you cannot let that happen. Araujo, very good game. Christensen, I'm impressed by Christensen tonight. He did have a good game. He was imposing his will. He was imposing his physical attributes. And the only thing about Christensen that I don't like, as far as what I see from the Hansi Flick sort of style of play, is that Christensen, he is not good on the ball. So he's a great defender, but he's not as good on the ball as even Araujo is better on the ball, I think, in my opinion, than Christensen. Gerard Martin gets the assist. I think Gerard Martin was playing pretty good, not great. And the first half was absolutely not pathetic, but it wasn't great. And I think it's worthy of an MVP. This kind of performance is not worthy of an MVP. Maybe that's an indictment on the team itself, that no other player was able to get this MVP. They had to give it to Gerard Martin. Gavi, I couldn't even know you were there. I am sorry. I love midfielders, and I love looking at Mil. And it's not just because he didn't score. It's not because he didn't take a shot. I thought he was okay, but it was vanilla. It's just like not good, not great. It's just another bad performance. Pedri actually thought he lost a couple balls tonight. It's really uncharacteristic from Pedri Gonzalez. He actually had a really good game, but still was losing a few balls. And I think it's one of the reasons why Hansi Flick said, you know what, we're just gonna leave him out because there's no point on keep running him to the ground. He shouldn't have started in the first place. For us to have that kind of pathetic of a first half, we wasted resting Pedri for those 30 minutes. We should never have played Pedri today, and that was a mistake from the beginning. Eric Garcia would have been just fine to play that kind of pathetic first half, anyways. So Fermin Lopez, like I said, non-existent in the first half. The same thing as Gavi. Couldn't even tell you were there. Wasn't really imposing anything. Wasn't really making any runs. Wasn't really doing anything. Actually, Dani Rodriguez was actually the one who was trying to do something in that first half. Was trying to make something happen. Took a few shots. Took a few ideas. A few crosses. And Ansu Fati, to his credit, he had the best opportunities in the first half. I actually thought that Ferreira made a great stop on a shot he took from outside the box that was actually literally going in, and he made a great save. And of course, all the goalkeepers, and it seems to me that every single La Liga team can find a goalkeeper except for Barça. Barca cannot find a goalkeeper to save their lives, and it seems to me that these La Liga goalies are really, really good. And Ansu Fati, too unfortunate, two big chances, two big saves by the goalkeeper. He could not find the back of the net. I wanted him to succeed because if he succeeds, I actually think he's okay. He's in good form. He's very confident, but he just needs to get a goal like ASAP. Pau Victor, I thought he had a great header in the first half that he shot it to the middle of the goal, and he needed to go left or right, and had he done that, would have been a goal. Other than that, I don't think he had anything. He was pressing, he was playing pretty good, but nothing of note. Like I said, pretty vanilla this whole first half by all these players. But here comes the second half, guys. In the second half, Lamine Yamal comes in at the 38th minute for Dani Rodriguez. Frankie de Jong comes in at the beginning of the second half. Also, Raphinha comes in at the beginning of the second half. Game changer. Dani Olmo comes in. Game changer. He's doing things, making things happen. He actually had a good free kick. We need free kick takers in this team. We need to bring in somebody next season who can actually make these free kicks actually feel more dangerous. And Raphinha can, but he hasn't been. He doesn't seem to be able to create the danger that we need to create taking those free kicks. Eric Garcia played pretty good, pretty solid. Other than that, guys, we're on to Inter Milan. We're on to the next. We're on to the next game, which is really extremely important. We need to get this W. We need to get this W. We need to go to the final for Munich, and we need to be Inter, but we cannot allow Inter Milan to get on the scoreboard first. We need to be imposing our will. We need to be imposing our will, and we need to score first at the Giuseppe Meazza. We need to take control of the game more than we need to score. Take control of the game more than we need to score, and we will be just fine with our starting 11 that actually got rested. Inter Milan rested all their players, and they were able to get the W 1-0 in the Serie A. So they got their job done without having to play their players in the second half. So that's a little bit of a disadvantage. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know. To me, my man of the match is Lamine Yamal. He's the one that made everything go in this game. But let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you guys on the preview for the Inter Milan game. I'll see you guys next time.